Micheal Marks.
Secrets do we want to know, or
yes,
is
indeed.
it better? Is ignorance bliss in this case? All right, so what are we going to do?
Well, first, you asked me when you walked up here, what in the
why?
world is a potato doing up here? Of course, pineapple is here because I'm talking about apples. So why is the potato here? This is called pomme de terre, apple of the earth.
Oh.
There is also a pomme d'amour, the apple of love, which is a tomato.
Oh, really?
So
what about all the people that don't have love for tomatoes?
So anyway, a couple very quick things. First of all, when you buy your apples, make sure you buy them on a refrigerated case.
Okay.
You've got to keep apples ice cold. I tell my wife all the time, apples, the last thing you buy at the store, the first thing you put away when you get home.
Really?
Please do not set your apples out. I know they look pretty.
Yeah, okay, but why is it then in the grocery stores? They're all in the middle of the section. They're never in the refrigerator.
Those should be on refrigerated cases. If you feel down there, it should be 42 degrees.
Oh,
yes.
So should you dig from the bottom?
Oh, yeah, I make sure they've got to be ice cold. Also, there's a thing on apples called lenticels. You can see it very easily here. See all those white little spots there?
Yes.
Those are called lenticels. Those are the lungs of the apple. The larger the lenticels, the sweeter the apple. So when you're looking, for example, a Granny Smith apple, this apple has like no lenticels on it. This one here, look at those beautiful white spots. You can look at this Red Delicious apple. See those little white spots?
Yeah.
Those are the lenticels. Larger they are, the sweeter that apple. Oh, another quick tip on the apples. The Red Delicious, they're the only ones with the 5 bumps on the bottom. That's why we call it the king of apples. It's the one with the only crown. The bigger the bumps, the sweeter the Red Delicious apples. So there you go. And somebody was asking me in my raffle prize, people,
Say hi.
Which is the sweetest apple? It is always the Golden Delicious apple. So in my smoothies, I always put a Golden Delicious apple instead of real sugar. So what does my candy have in common with it? It's what's on top of it, right? There are 2 things that we put on an apple to make it really shiny. One is called carnauba wax. Carnauba wax comes from a Brazilian palm tree. The other thing is called shellac. You know what shellac is?
Yeah.
This is shellac. This is raw shellac. Shellac comes from a beetle called a lac beetle. It's found in 3 countries of the world, India, Pakistan, and Thailand.
Wait, how does it come from a beetle?
Those lac beetles climb up into the rain trees, lay their eggs, and then they put a protective shell around their egg. That's why we call it a shellac. It's kind of like beeswax. You're getting all goofy here. It's kind of like bees.
It just doesn't sound so appetizing.
It's beeswax.
I mean, look at this. I got a tongue hanging out. I'm not the only one in here.
So anyway, when the eggs have hatched, they go up into the rain trees. They scrape all the natural shellac. This is natural. This came from Pakistan. They refine it, turn it into a powder. From a powder, they liquefy it, and that is what's sprayed all over your apples. Now, what is all over your candy?
Well, carnauba wax.
You will see right here a word called confectioner's glaze.
Oh yes, I've seen that on a lot of stuff.
A fancy word for shellac.
It's fun to say.
Shellac, confectioner's glaze.
Shellac.
You will find it on many of your candy. Also, timed release capsules. Have you ever wondered how timed release capsules work?
Oh,
there's a layer of medicine followed by a layer of shellac. Your acids of your stomach work through the shellac, get down to another layer of medicine.
Shellac.
Then you get down to another layer of shellac, right? That's how timed release capsules work. It's the same thing that's all over your apples, so please don't get goofy about the shiny stuff on your apples, please.
Beetles that lay eggs?
No, it's on your candy and it's on shellac.
The more you know, or wish you didn't. Back to you.
Sometimes it's best not to know, isn't it? All right, thank you very much. Hey, we're celebrating